Hello and welcome to IBTimes TV. I'm Leanna Brinder, Business Editor for the International Business Times. I'm at the Women in the City Awards event that promotes, recognises and rewards female talent. Earlier, I caught up with Katy Dowding for Skanska Facility Services. Katy, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, it would be great to have an overview about the Skanska and your role there and how you've helped promote and be one of the leaders for women in business.
Well, Skanska is a global business based out of Sweden, actually initially, but we work all over the globe. And in the UK, we do about £1.2 billion worth of work. I'm one of 8 managing directors in the business, and I look after the facilities management part of the organisation. But I've also done work across the whole of the UK business, supporting and developing women. We've developed our own female mentoring scheme, which I was very proud to be one of the initiators of, and I still act as a mentor, and I'm also a mentee as well, because I think that's important to keep developing yourself as well as others.
It's fantastic. And so how does Women in the City, in terms of partner with companies like yourselves, how do you feel that that's helping promote, I suppose, rewarding female talent?
I think, Women in the City is a fantastic organisation, and I think it's really important, the role modelling of women and actually providing inspiration and perhaps contacts and forms for discussion about how we can move women forward. Because I think we need to be restless in the promotion of women. I don't think we can just sit and wait for things to happen. So you need organisations like Women in the City who help drive the agenda forward.
Well, you mentioned just now the mentoring scheme. So how do you feel about, I suppose, more rigid ways in which women can be promoted at senior levels, such as quotas? What are your feelings on that?
I don't feel that quotas are necessary, personally. I do think there's a good case for proactive actions like ensuring shortlists, which include women. But I think there's so many talented women out there. You don't need quotas for women. They just need to be given the opportunity, given the space to look and find them. And quite often, diversity comes from different backgrounds. So actually, not always looking in the same places, then maybe we can get more women into the boardroom. Sure.
And I mean, within your industry and within Skanska, it's previously predominantly a male industry. How did it come about that the sea change in terms of mentoring and women like yourself being at a senior level? How did that happen?
I think certainly there was leadership by some more enlightened organisations. I'm a deep believer is actually what makes the change is great bosses, and actually people who are prepared to give women a chance. But also there's been some pretty industry-leading women who are the ones who are prepared to stand up there and push themselves forward and not hide back. So that's really helped make the change in the construction industry.
Fantastic. And I suppose some of the developing, with this kind of topic, I was speaking to Gwen earlier, and from over the 10 years, there's been several trends in terms of female promotion at board level. Recently, there's been some criticisms that it's turned into a queen bee syndrome, where there have been more women at a board level, but there's still a whole wealth of people in middle management. Do you see that happening?
Certainly in my industry, we're not at the point of being female-dominated yet. I'm very fortunate in my management team. 50% of my management team is women. But I think it comes back to this whole point about diversity and diversity of thought. And there's so many aspects to diversity as well as gender. But we mustn't sit back on our laurels, and I think it's a responsibility of women in senior management to help develop those in the middle management and layers beneath them to make sure we've got that strong pipeline coming through.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time today.
You're welcome.